and every country will apply so that they protect their borders. All this is towards border politics. There is no way they can call Nigeria and say, go and adopt application of API. No, because it's a sovereign nation. So they had to go through the United Nations. So they presented their proposal to United Nations. And everything of the UN, there are 5 countries. Once they agree, it becomes binding on all the rest. So they bought the idea. So now the application of API, how will it be applied? How? So it means there has to be bilateral agreements in between countries. So for you to have an API, Advanced Passenger Information, there has to be agreement between the country of the carrier. Let's take, for example, the BA. If BA is the major airline between Abuja, Lagos, and London, certainly we know there is high traffic, or Emirates, Dubai, and Nigeria. Then we have to enter legal agreement with them before it becomes binding to each and every country. So do we have API? We have started. We don't have API. We are on the process of the agreement now, but certainly we don't have API. Then, why is the API important? There are 2 things. There is what we call PNR. There is what we call API. PNR means passenger's record. The record of the passenger that will start to count when it comes to issue of travel from the moment you buy your ticket before you reach immigration officer. If you go to the airline, you say, my name is Mohammed Aminu, you purchase your ticket. So your record, that record that you see, has link with immigration. So if you are a suspect, right from there your information will start to be processed, and then they will know that yes, a criminal intends to travel to Nigeria on so date. So it will be passed through security. People will be talking about it without you and the passenger knowing. So there is a difference between PNR and the API. But the good news is we have started it, we have the intention, but we are not there. So what I would advise is that the federal government, the CGI, you need to raise a memo so that we will be serious about the API. It's not something that can be handled by immigration alone. It is collaborative effort that produces API. But certainly, the information is for the consumption of immigration officers, because we are the people dealing with entry and exit. So we can lead. It depends on the power of knowledge. If you have meeting today, immigration, customs, civil defense, on a common goal, the person that will lead that meeting will be the person that the members are comfortable that he knows what he's doing. So if we say it's a collaborative effort, you have fun, you have immigration, you have civil aviation, and then you go for a meeting. Just like one Oga mentioned, Oga Obandede mentioned, he said ambassador called him to say that I know the work of immigration better than the immigration attaché. So don't you think there will be quarrel there? If the immigration attaché that is there, somebody who is not immigration attaché knows the job better than him. So what I'm trying to say is, if you want to apply API, we have to be serious about API for us to lead if we want to lead. But one good thing is, I am so proud of the ICT unit of the service. I headed it. So I know the officers. All they need is the necessary support. Give them the training, the financial backing, they are going to produce results. That I can tell. So having explained that one, I'm trying to rush, escaping a lot of things. Then I will talk about the issue of biometric visa and MIDAS. I said just now that fluidity is one of the requirements of effective border. If there is no fluidity, that border work is challenged. That is why when you go to advanced borders, go to Dubai and see. 20 aircrafts will land at the same time. 20. If you are to go by this delay style of Nigerian immigration service at our airports, there will be chaos. So now, you have two systems working at the same point of entry. Biometrics visa and MIDAS. They are all taking biometrics. Are you going to say a passenger who is in a hurry, he has to go through biometric visa, submit information, then move to the next counter? MIDAS? Nobody will tolerate this. So, CG, you have to take note. There is a problem there and we have to speak it out. It has to be sorted. Either we have to look for ways to integrate MIDAS with biometric visa, or government has to take decision. But no passenger, international passenger, will be happy to come and submit his biometrics for visa and then biometric for MIDAS. And for your information, all the airports that I visited in the world, they use biometric visa. That is certain. The United Kingdom, they do. US, France. In fact, I have not seen any country that does not use biometric visa. So it is all encompassing. It has everything. And we built that one. I was the chairman of the biometric visa. I was the one that initiated the project. I went to America. The same company that built that of America is the one that built that of UK and is the one that built that of Nigeria. So I'm sure of the system. 100% I know it. There is no way we will run away from that system. Only that we did not allow it to continue. What we have now is you can submit your biographic and biometric data overseas. When you come to the airport, it cannot be verified because the verifiers are not placed. So something has to be done. We have to be serious. We are trying to protect the integrity of this nation, and we have to do everything possible to do it. And we cannot do it. Immigration cannot do it if they don't have the support of the elders. That is the naked reality. The essence of biometric is you submit your information overseas. Before you come into Nigeria, the information is there at the point of arrival. Once you arrive, they give you machine to put your finger, and then it will bring all the information that you submitted overseas. As you are doing that, it's already deposited here in Sokwa. So if there is any suspect, his name will flash, the immigration officer will see, and then he will stop clearing, or he will do as directed. Just like the way we had suspect index before. Say, if it's A, all immigration officers, they know when they see A. It's a coding. There's one to repair to the police, one to repair to the CG, one to the DSS. Every of the old immigration officers here, they cram this one off head. So now, go say, go arrest, no cramming. Is there computerized? So how do we make the two work? I'm not against any, but I'm trying to say that we have to look at ways, if we are going to maintain the two, to integrate them. But certainly, we are operating our airport system different from others. So we have to reconcile that. I would like to speak about major mandate of immigration in terms of economic growth or development. Here specifically, I want to speak about the approval given to immigration service in 2012 by FEC. You know, in 2012, a memo was sent. That was during CG Uzoma, 2012. And the federal government gave us approval to have an investor visa. What is investor visa? The government is trying to drive business into Nigeria. Oh, is this one working now? Can I go back to it? Or I can continue talking? Okay. So the government wants to drive investment into Nigeria. So immigration wrote a memo. Our senior officers here are all involved. And the government approved. They say come up with the way and manner we are going to achieve that target. The question is, Acting CG, do we have that now? Yes, I know. That's the theory. Yesterday we were asked this question by DCG Abdullahi. They left a system. The proposal to continue, he was asking, do we continue? Yes, about visa policy, we have all the approvals. I mean the practical side of it. The investor, how much will someone bring? Yes. Okay, maybe we'll sit down and talk about that one. Yeah, because it's an opening where you can make a lot of money for Nigeria. This one, there's no recourse to all these conditionalities of visa. You come with 30 billion you want to spend in Nigeria. We say, come, those are open. We are looking for investors. We are looking for money. So we have to redefine that one properly. We put them in context so that they can be functional. Then we have, like what the Acting CG said, Visa 2020 vision. What we benefited there is the coding of the visas and the classification to 79. E-passport, I don't need to speak. Somebody spoke about it. Technologies of immigrants also, I think we have spoken. I don't need to repeat. Then, this is where I think is more important part of our paper. Because we are talking about Nigerian economy, and we want to know what is immigration doing for the development of that economy. That is not known. All the rest that I mentioned, the issue of border, the issue of visa, everybody is seeing, everybody knows about it. But there are certain issues, work that immigration is doing behind the scene that helps to develop Nigerian economy, which is not very well known even by the officers. And you see them here now. I try to break the contribution of immigration into three. One, I say local contribution. I say NFIU connection. NFIU means Nigerian Financial Intelligence Unit. This is a unit that came out of EFCC. And the major assignment of this unit is to control money laundering. You'll be surprised that a lot of crime, especially